Atlassian just concluded their Atlas Camp 2025 conference over in Europe, and we're going to be taking a look at three announcements that they made centered around the developer ecosystem for Atlassian plugin app makers. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like if you get value out of this video, and don't forget to check out that link down below. That Linktree is going to enable you to find different ways to support this channel. I have a membership opportunity, I have one-on-one help, I have paid courses, free courses, I have a book, I have a merch store, so many different things. Check out that link down below. All right, so let's talk about Atlas Camp 2025. So first of all, what is Atlas Camp? In case you're wondering, well, Atlas Camp is a developer-focused conference. It's not as big as the Team 25 conference that happens in April timeframe, usually in Las Vegas. This year it's going to be in Anaheim, but it is a conference nonetheless that Atlassian puts out. But again, the emphasis is very technical. We're really focused on technical teams, specifically those teams that are creating apps for the Atlassian marketplace. So you're not going to see a whole lot of your admin stuff. You're not going to see a whole lot of system of work or ITSM stuff, but really just really focused on how to create applications for the Atlassian ecosystem. Now we have three things we want to talk about in this video. And I'm going to start off by first reviewing a post from my good friend Peter, who is actually one of the earliest members of the developer community for Atlassian. So we're going to take a look at what he has to say. So for day two at Atlas Camp 2025, Tiffany Toe, I'm assuming is an Atlassian employee, welcomed everybody back at the camp. And here are some highlights that I want to give to you. So number one, the Atlassian platform needs to be so easy to use and extend that any type of developer can build an app, including customers. Now hold on to this for the second and third announcements that I'm going to make, because this I think is a little controversial, but I am glad that Atlassian is really focusing on that. They just want to make this experience easy. And let me tell you, I've been trying to build an app for the better part of 2 years now. It ain't easy right now. So I'm hoping that Atlassian introduces more documentation, more examples, and more of these type of sessions that help new developers jump into Atlassian ecosystem, because it's a really cool ecosystem, but one that still has a pretty high barrier to entry, if you ask me. The next thing that they discussed was Atlassian will provide clear white space in the system of work for apps to be built in. I have no idea what this is talking about, but I'm assuming that as Atlassian begins to shift their focus into enterprise-friendly enterprises, that we're going to see a lot more resources, or at least a lot more demand towards these enterprise-esque types of apps. So gone are going to be these agile ones where we have agile reports or agile metrics. And I think we're just going to focus on like work stuff, right? Just general task management activities, maybe some more traditional project management stuff. Again, I'm not really 100% sure. I wasn't there, but I'm excited to see what Atlassian does in this space. Now, a couple of numbers here for you to know. There are 21,000 devs in the Atlassian developer community. And Peter, in case you didn't know, is the one who launched that community. So kudos to him for even starting this. And he grew it from basically himself all the way to 21,500 that we have today. So that's really awesome. Next, there are over 6,000 apps and 1,150 are Forge. Now again, hold on to Forge, because like the first point, we're going to be talking about those in the next two things that I want to talk about. There are 836,000 app installs per year. That's a lot. And the one that stood out to me the most is there's an $18 billion annual recurring revenue, ARR, opportunity within the existing customers just for this ecosystem. And more importantly, of the 18 billion, 14 billion are for enterprise. So again, a lot of focus. Atlassian is shifting towards this whole enterprise model. They're really trying to appeal to the enterprise customer. And that makes a lot of sense, because enterprise customers, they usually come with some very deep pockets. So smart move by Atlassian there. And then finally, there's already 50,000 customers who pay over $10,000 a year. And what this basically means is that there's a lot of opportunity, right? If you're an app developer, there's a lot of demand for this stuff. So it's probably a good place to go create an app. I know this is something, again, that I've been trying to do for a couple of years. So I'm very excited to re-engage in this space, and keep an eye out, because there will be an app launching from ApeTech in 2025. All right, so that is announcement number one. It's a big summary of what was announced at Team 25, but there's two more things that actually came out just right before Team 25, and I want to highlight those two things because they're related to this whole Atlas Camp phenomenon theme. Okay, so number two is Connect is going to be sunset, and Connect is basically the competitor. Maybe not the right word, but Connect is the predecessor to Forge. Everything is in Forge today. We'll talk a little bit more about Forge in the third point. But today, if you want to build an app for the Atlassian ecosystem, Forge is the way. But as you can see from this post, only 1,000 out of the 6,000 apps are built on Forge. So that means that the Delta is still using the old Connect. And it's interesting that Atlassian, even though the majority of their apps are built using this other system, that they're going to terminate it. They're going to basically sunset that system, and Connect is not going to exist anymore. And this is going to force everybody to eventually, I don't know what the plan is. I'm sure they shared more details at the conference, but this is going to force them to essentially come over to Forge, which has its pros and its cons, which we're going to naturally just follow into topic number 3 that we want to cover in this video, is that the Forge pricing model is about to change. Now, historically, as an incentive, Atlassian has made Forge free. And so if you wanted to build for Forge, everything was free. All the API calls, the infrastructure, everything that Forge and all the benefits that come with Forge, 100% free. But as of December 31st, 2025, so basically starting January 1st of 2026, Atlassian is going to switch to a new model where, based on the demand of your app, based on the popularity of your app, based on how many users and what they're doing and the interactions with your app, you're going to start paying some monies to Atlassian. Now, I don't have all the details yet. I think Atlassian's still figuring things out. But this is an interesting thing that they're going to start charging for Forge, because if you remember, the first thing that they said is that they want the platform to be easy to use and extend to any type of developer. And this is usually means you want a free tier. Now, my understanding is that even though Atlassian is going to start charging for Forge, it will remain, there's going to be like a free tier that is going to have a lower barrier to entry. So I'm hoping that they put the thresholds kind of high to incentivize at least beginners and welcome new people into the ecosystem. And then for companies that are successful, yeah, maybe start grabbing some money. Now, I do want to point out that you don't get to keep 100% of the revenue. There is a split between Atlassian and the developer, very similar to the App Store from Apple, very similar to the Android Play Store. So they have a very similar model. I don't know what the exact split is, but Atlassian is making some money today whenever you basically somebody buys the app from you from the Atlassian ecosystem. So it's not like Atlassian is running dry here with their money and that they're just bleeding on Forge. But it's interesting that they're going to bleed less because they're going to start charging you more if your app is popular. So let me know down below, what do you think of these 3 announcements? Which one do you think is going to impact you the most? I know that as a new person, I am very worried about having to pay, but at the same time, if my app is doing well enough for me to hit the thresholds, and again, I hope that they make the thresholds somewhat high, then it's a successful app, right? And so, yeah, it makes sense to pay a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like this goes a little bit back to like Epic and the whole battle that they had with their system about keeping it free or charging, right? I get that it takes energy and resources and monies to create Forge, but it's a balance that you have to really keep balanced, because if it's too expensive, then there's a Monday, there's other tools out there that might have different options and offerings for the developer. So anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think down below. Are you impacted? Did you go to Atlas Camp 2025? What did you think of the announcements? Let me know down in the comment section. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a like if you get value out of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.